What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I love that you guys are tapping in with me each time I drop something. I love the support. I love everything I do. I will tag my actual username for all my platforms in the description under the video today. But today I want to talk about mental health with Black men. Something I've been asked to talk about multiple times, and I've kind of like brushed the surface. The other video the other day was just like a generalized mental health, just of the population that we have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. But this one's more of like a personal thing that I have to go through. And when I have a lot of friends that really want me to dive in deep. So I'll go as deep as I'm allowed or I just feel the need to go. It's something that we deal with from so many different angles. From when we were born straight into this world. As we're raised in our households, we're taught to believe and think a certain way just to survive and stay alive. Not only just that, we're given steps to tread carefully. We're told that, we don't have that luxury to cry or to be sensitive or, to have those type of emotions. So from a child on to growing into an adult, we have these buried feelings and these buried emotions that we never truly get to face, and just from that avenue, it hurts us with relationships, with communication skills, and it's something that, you have to really come down to as a person and say, hey, do I want to deal with this? Do I want to really tackle this issue that I've been going through? And I've been told to hold this certain standard of myself, to not allow myself to think or do this way. And obviously, this is not me speaking for the entire population of, the African American male or the Black male. This is me speaking from, my experiences and the people I keep closest to me and what we've been through. And so this is something that I wanted to talk about. It's just, story time. And it is hard because you deal with certain things, whether it's work, whether it's a passion, whether it's love, whatever it is, you have this shut door that, they may realize, or even if they don't realize, it's not opening, and you don't even know what's behind that door. And if we open this door, you don't know how you're going to react. You have no idea what's on the other side of that door. And this person's knocking. And they continue to knock in because they're trying to get you to understand their side, and you're like, I don't have that part of me, and I'm trying to understand. So it's like, this is what we're doing, and it happens so often, and it's something that we should deal with and we should talk about. That's why I'm doing it right now, and I took steps to open myself up, and then as my father got older, I got to see that side of him, that, that vulnerable side. So I saw that vulnerability was actually an option for me. And so I was like, okay, I've never seen this before. It was hard to see at first, didn't know how to process it, but I did. And from that point, I was like, okay, this is something I can do. And then you start to understand all those things you went through in the past, like, wow. Yeah, I missed the mark with that one. And it's something you have to accept. None of us are perfect. We all have blemishes, we all have faults. But the thing about it is how you react to that, what you learn from that. We can accept it. But the toxic part of most people is when we see our faults and we become that, or we think it's cute, or we think it's like something we should strengthen, when it's a weakness in our life. And it's like, no, it's not cute. It's not something you want to do. It's something that if it hurts other people, that's not the move. And that's just one avenue with our emotions, and how we grew up in that. But the other avenue is how, people see us as monsters. And, even with my hair like this, when I go to work, they prefer, like, most people would much rather see me tied up, or they want to touch it. They don't understand or anything like that. And it's something that people see as a joke. And the crazy thing about it is what we live with day to day, we have to bury it deep, because if we don't, then we get put in situations where our lives are at stake, or we become another statistic, I should say, because we don't have the benefit of the doubt. You know, I have tattoos. That's frowned upon because it's on the skin that it's on. But it's, you know, artistic if it's not on black skin. It's more accepted when it's not dealing with black males, and it's hard. You know, like I have to wear fitted clothing anywhere I go. You know, I don't really like wearing jeans. I like wearing sweatpants or joggers, and I have to just, you know, fit my attire to be safe and keep myself protected. And the biggest thing is they always like to say we play victim, or if I wasn't there during the time of slavery. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not over. How people treat us, it's still here. We deal with it every day. The way you talk to us, the how you know that your words protected because the society we live in, and how we treat each other. We're looked at as monsters from every race. When the only race is, if people say it is the human race. We just come from different backgrounds and our skin is different color. It's the pigment of our skin, but yeah, you treat us like we are not of human race, and it's not fair. And it's crazy because we've dealt with it for so many years and different things and how we treat it, whether it's, you know, the justice system, it was slavery, all these different things. And trust me, the thing that annoys me is people don't do the research. They love just believing the history books, but there's so much other information out there, and they expect me or my people that are like me to teach them. We didn't come to you to teach us about the history that was forced upon us in America. So you can pick up a book, you can do your own research, but I will educate you as much as I can. It's just frustrating because it's like people don't believe it, and it's hard, you know. And then they're just like, "Oh no, you're one of the good ones." That's not a phrase that none of us like. You know, if we talk intelligently, that means we talk white. No, we're just intelligent. We're not gonna give that to Caucasians. Caucasians aren't the only intelligent people on this earth. There's so many different people from different backgrounds that are wise and just smart beyond belief. And it's our behaviors have to be a certain way for us to be black. And it's on both sides though, and that's what people don't realize. You know, like even from our own, you know, community. Not everybody, but they even treat us differently if we do seek a different route in life. You know, sell out, Uncle Tom's, things like that. So the mental health of a black man is hard, you know, because then we still want to come home and show love to our loved ones, but we have no love left because the world has drained all of it from us and not replaced it within us. So it's something that I've tried to find peace with, you know, and so the world is going to be the world, but it's not my world. And that's what I've kind of stepped forward now with. Creating my own reality, creating my own world. I know there's still things going on in the world, but not my world. And as long as I could control my world and control who I am and better myself, and, you know, I found peace with God, love for God, and love for my family and who I am as a person. And as long as I grow within that and continue to better myself and stay true to that pureness and everything with that, and not judge anybody else. And it's crazy because I've been cheated and I've been racially profiled and I've been pulled over, been handcuffed, been put in a cop car, all these different things because of assumptions and, you know, the color of my skin. And I have hate for nobody. I truly don't. And as we grow within our worlds, and then we also have the mental health aspect in relationships. That's why I want to kind of like wrap this up with how I've told you how we've had gone from babies to adults in the household, what we've been taught, and how the world views us. And then there's relationships. You know, we treat not all black males, but it's so hard. Just speaking from my experience, it was the trust and the commitment and just the ability to be vulnerable with somebody else that I lacked. You know, and in that sense, I couldn't understand where they were coming from. When it was like they were speaking a different language because they were speaking emotions, and that's something that I was never familiar with. You know, I was more of adventurous, or you know, always able to speak when it comes to having a goal. You know, we always say goals or successful. We try to group so many things in masculinity and femininity. No, there's no certain thing that goes in one category. But what I couldn't understand was that side. And when it came to emotions, all I was doing was goal oriented. Like, what could I do to succeed with this? And I wasn't really, accepting my human aspect, my feels, my emotions, what life is really about, which is love and kindness and peace. And I was like, as long as I'm doing what needs to be done in this relationship, obviously it should work. That's how I thought. Like, as long as, she's taking care of him, getting her this and this, that's all that's needed. And it's the little things that's important. Pay attention to the details. Being able to be there for your partner in their time of need, that's what's most important. And that's what I couldn't see. And so, I wanted to get this out because I wanted to open, put that out there, get the discussion going. Any household with anybody within a relationship, just by yourself, we have to be able to sit alone and talk with ourselves and love ourselves before we can really truly understand the world. And that's what I found. Now that I found true love for myself, I love the purity of everybody else. Yes, you have to realize this life will add so much hurt and pain to somebody. So that within itself, what they were taught, what they've experienced, they're trying to process it. And along the way, they may do some messed up stuff and make mistakes, but the purity of them, I just love mankind within itself. I do protect myself. I do protect my peace, but I'll have love for everybody, and that will never change now. So thank you guys for listening to this very, very important subject. I hope you guys took something away from it. Thank you guys for tapping in with me. Once again, my usernames will be tagged in this post. And until my next video, see you next time. Thank you guys for joining me on another episode of Life with Lou. It's been fun so far. Don't forget to follow and subscribe to all my social media platforms. Until next time.